Hello and
We are
welcome
live,
to
Dave.
this. We are. I'm talking, but my internet means I'm 5 seconds behind everybody else, so you didn't know I was talking. So we have to deal with. I'm doing this. I'm doing this show from Mars, obviously, so we got a bit of time lag. Hello and welcome everyone to this. I guess it's Effect Publishing and patrons and friends live stream of Tales of the Old West. We are playing in the Gold Country. This is a West Marches campaign, so there will be a range of characters coming through. Without further ado, I think I'll briefly get, or maybe wait until Simon reappears. But yes, so Gold Country, set in the 1850s. Gold Rush, California, Silver Rush, Nevada. This campaign is set it starts in the summer of 1850 in the wonderful town of San Miguel, California. Before I go on into the background to that fabulous little town, I will get our lovely players who are here to very briefly just introduce themselves, who they are really, and a very just quick one-liner on who their character is, if that's okay. So I'm going to start.
Hello, I'm Pete. I will be playing Arthur McPherson, saloon owner extraordinaire.
Here, because I didn't hear any of that.
I think you were supposed to introduce yourself too. But okay, do you want me to go back next? I'm Frank. I'm on the intertubes. I'm Raldanash, and I'm going to play Koalona, who is a refugee, came across from Hawaii, basically to California, and he's a weaver with a very naughty past.
I'm Jed.
Cool. Thank you, Frank.
I'm playing. I'll go next.
Yeah, sorry, this is the 5-second delay, so please go ahead, Jed.
Yes. Okay. So I am Jed. I'm also on some actual plays around the internet, not too many. And then I'm playing Serafine Mendoza, who is a Cuban grifter and occasional gambler who has come to make her fortune in the gold country.
Cool. And finally, Simon.
Hello, I am Simon. I avoid the internet. I'm playing newly appointed Sheriff William Thomas from New York, via England. Well, England via New York, who's recently been petitioned to take up the reins of this lawless town and try and bring some order back into it.
Lovely, thank you. Right, so let's get a little bit of the background on this town. I'm going to share the screen, producer. If you could do me the honor once I put it up. Right, so should momentarily be seeing the environments of San Miguel. The screen. Okay, thanks, Andy, for telling us that Aunt Matthew is offline. So, okay, we won't share the map for now. Let me just a little bit about San Miguel. This is a really excellent start to the campaign, but it can only get better from here. Okay, there we go. So you should now be seeing a close-in map of San Miguel in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. You can see on the left of the map, you've got Suisun Bay, which is one of the two bays that leads down to San Francisco Bay. So you've got San Francisco just off the map to the left. You have Stockton, which is probably your nearest big town. It's along with Sacramento. It's it's a bustling town that's building and growing very quickly in light of the gold rush. But San Miguel, up the Stanislaus River, in the foothills of the mountains, as I said. Your nearest town is Sonora, which is probably 20 or 30 miles away as the crow flies, probably a bit further. Otherwise, San Miguel is a well-established town, or it has been a long-established town. Yeah, it was formerly Spanish back in the day, and then Mexican after the Mexicans gained their own independence. But since the the American-Mexican War ended a couple of years ago, all this space to the west has become US territory. But the Mexicans who lived in San Miguel still live there. They didn't move on. I don't need Matthew to do anything here. So San Miguel, the town. As you said, San Miguel lives on the Stanislaus River. It's in the foothills of the mountains. With the gold rush in the last 12 months, as people have flooded into this part of the world, the old town, which was a small old Mexican town, has largely gone. The old town plaza is still in place, but the old town that had been uphill from it has been taken over as people have been digging up the ground looking for gold. The old Mexican church is now ruined. The Santa Maria Church at number 18. It still stands, but it's not being used at the moment. The Mexican population largely moved north of the river. So they now are living around the new plaza on the northern bank of the river, with perhaps their most important citizen, a man called Alcalde Maximiliano, lives in the large compound to the west of the town. He is Alcalde. Alcalde is I'm not sure if it translates exactly as mayor, but it is effectively a mayoral kind of figure in the Mexican town. So he is the leading Mexican figure in the town. Naturally, the Mexican population have been rather upset about the influx of so many people from, largely at this point, from across the US, but also others from other parts of the world as well. The town itself has a number of amenities already because it was quite a well-established town. It has bordellos and saloons, horse traders and general stores. It also has the amenities of prospecting and panning claims and mines as the town becomes a focus of gold hunting. But there's also a new church, now called the Church of the Divine Inspiration, where Father Caleb Divine holds his sermons and deals with his flock. You also have a sheriff's office where Sheriff Thomas is, well, starting to do his business around the town. Not that kind of business. His law enforcing business.
I suspect I'm having to mainly fix it up at the moment as it's probably falling apart.
Well, it's funny you should say that. So, having created the town during our session 0, we now can see that the aspects of mercantile and natural riches, as you would expect in a booming little gold town like this, are quite high. You've got rank 4 in mercantile, as business is booming, as all the gold rushers have come here. And also natural riches is rank 3. However, your civic and your welfare ranks are both 2, and your law rank doesn't get any lower. It's 1, and it can't go any lower than it is. This is the most lawless town that it can be without it falling into chaos and anarchy. Mm. So the sheriff has definitely got his work cut out. So there's been a lot of trouble here, as you can tell. Quite a lot of it has been between the old Mexican population and the new influx of gold seekers. Also, the good relations that the Mexican population had with the local Miwok Native American tribe have again been strained, as the Native Americans have sort sort of retreated from the town and retreated from dealing with the town because of the influx of people who don't seem to respect them in the way that the Mexicans used to. There are a lot of places here, and there are a lot of people. Some of the key locations. We've already mentioned Alcalde Maximiliano and his compound. At number 3, you have the Stanislaus Hotel. It's one of the earlier hotels. It's run by a guy called Francisco Frank Green. He's got a nasty reputation. You have a theatre against up on the banks of the river called the Lively Theatre, run by Celeste Christie and Jonathan Forsyth. Still on the south side, you've also got the Newtown Echo, which is a newspaper which has sprung up, and you also have, what's your place called, Pete? Do you want to introduce your saloon to us?
The Good Fortune Saloon, my place is called.
So the Good Fortune is number 14 on the map. It's alongside the Old Town Plaza, and it's a lively place. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen for the moment and bring us back. So it is summer 1850. The town is booming. Are new or reasons of the town, and I think as this story opens, you are probably all in the Good Fortune Saloon. I think the Good Fortune has maybe put on a little, cheap whiskey for an afternoon or a day just to get a few people in, and the place is quite lively. Now, how do you know each other? Do you think you know each other? What's your kind of relationships? Probably most people know of McPherson because he's the bar. Most people know of the sheriff because he's around town telling them to stop doing bad things. Koa and Seraphine, how? Koa?
I would reckon I've only recently arrived. I don't know, but I'm looking for work and I'm good with machinery, so I don't know whether anybody's hiring. But yeah, I might just be the guy who has been bothering everybody to say, "Have you got work for me?"
Cheap whiskey probably sounds pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I feel like Serafina probably approached McPherson when she arrived in town about working there as a dealer or as a gambler or something, doing the faro table, and then obviously what kind of cut that would make sense, and of course understanding your policy on cheating.
The house always wins.
Oh sure.
Okay,
yeah,
that sounds cool.
Sounds good to me.
I think I've probably got Koa to help me do up the sheriff's office.
Oh,
because it's
yeah.
got a leaking roof, smashed in paint, so the last sheriff was run out of town, if there was one, and he's helping me do it up because it's in a bit of a state and I need to sleep in it because I've got no home of my own upstairs. So he's helping me out with that, and I've just bought him a whiskey after hard days of work.
Cool. That sounds good. I like that. Yes,
And
there's
obviously
a lot of work available.
So
Sorry,
I
go ahead,
just
Simon.
obviously speak to McPherson a lot because to get the gossip of who's in and who's causing trouble in the bar, and so I can get rid of the troublemakers early.
Cool. Nice. Okay, yeah, it's a pretty lively evening. Now, there's usually... Sorry, Jed?
I just said I feel like we needed some old-timey piano music in the background.
Yeah.
If my internet connection could cope with another track.
Yes.
But so it's lively. There's plenty of business on. Yeah, Juice
Isn't
is supposed
saying.
to stay in the background, Matt. That's just a basic principle, but never mind. So it's quite lively. It's lively. There's trouble most days, usually between, people who are competing over claims or someone who's made a big find and that is actually in their turf, not the other person's. There's also quite a lot of aggro on the streets about people being overcharged for panning events and timber and all things that they need. And there is quite a lot of animosity from the Mexican towards the rest of the population who've all moved in basically in their town as they see it. But today it's quite lively and the mood is good in the Good Fortune Saloon. And then there's quite a lot of people, around, most of whom are enjoying themselves. Until early evening, the doors are bashed in, and a man that you probably reckon, you might not all know his name, but you recognize him as a miner who's been here for not very long, maybe a couple of weeks, who'd come in really enthusiastic into town, very excited, was going on about this fabulous claim that he'd managed to buy, but he's not looking so happy now, and he looks a bit drunk, and he's smashed the doors open and walked up to the bar and has demanded a bottle of whiskey and a glass, and he looks furious. He looks really angry.
Okay. I will approach the man and get that man a
I think
drink.
you've seen him in here a little bit weeks.
I will give that man a drink and tell him to take his time and drink it slowly. Maybe slow down a little bit.
Well, he takes the drink and he back in one as you would expect. Slaps the glass back on the bar and is like, "Fill it again, barman."
All righty. I will want money for. I'll just say fine. I'll fill his tumbler again, and warn him that okay, you're gonna have to pay for it.
I look at the sheriff. I look at the guy at the bar.
You can hear me.
That smell
I just
like
lost
trouble?
the last
Smells
10
like trouble to
seconds.
me.
So, Pete, I probably need you to go back again.
Okay. Can you hear me? You hear me, Dave?
It's very laggy. Yeah, it's very laggy, though, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to anybody watching how bad the technical side is. Try again, Pete.
Okay, I'm going to pour him a second glass of whiskey and just warn him that I will want paying it. I do sell the whiskey. I don't give it away.
He does sprinkle some gold dust into your hand to pay for the whiskey. And it looks like the claim is paying off. He's got a nice little pouch of gold dust with him, but he's still really angry.
Hey, looks like the claim's going well, my friend. Why the sour face?
The claim is fine. It's the bastard who's trying to take it off me that isn't fine.
And which bastard might that be?
He says his name's Gardner. He was up at my claim today, and he was saying that it was his claim, and he was waving a bit of paper at me, saying he'd bought it. But I got this claim 2 weeks ago. It's mine.
All right.
But he's got like 4 men with him, and I can't take out 4 blokes on my own.
If he has a piece of paper, do you have a piece of paper?
I bloody do. Yeah, I bought that claim fair and square.
Okay. Well, that shouldn't be a problem then, should it? You've got a piece of paper, you know, it must be legit.
Well, of course it's legit. I got it straight up, and Gardner's the thief.
Well, how do you know Gardner didn't buy it first?
Because I bought it first. I've been in town 2 weeks. He's only just arrived. He hasn't been here that long.
Okay, have I heard of this man Gardner?
Probably not, but I'll let you make an insight roll to see if you've heard the name.
Okay, first roll.
Here we go.
0 successes. I'm not going to push.
0 successes. Okay. Okay. Just so you know, you all start with 4 faith, as you would normally in a Tales of the Old West scenario. No successes.
0 successes.
Is that Pete?
Yep, none.
No. Okay. Yep. So no, you haven't heard the name.
Okay.
Not a name that's come across your bar. Is anybody else eavesdropping on this conversation, or?
Definitely listening to every word.
Where do people get the claims from?
The claim office.
Well, that's an interesting question, because at this time there isn't an official government or territorial claims office. So what tends to happen is people stake a claim for a portion of ground, and then they sell that claim to somebody else, which is I mean, it's illegal, but it's not illegal in that there isn't a law against it. It's kind of immoral rather than illegal, perhaps.
Yes.
But then they might argue that they would have got control of that land, maybe worked it up a little bit, and then sold it on to somebody else. So that's entirely reasonable. But it's a bit of a grey area, yeah, as you say.
Okay. Mm.
And what was the guy's name who'd come into the bar who's complaining? Sorry, I missed his name.
Me too.
I don't think anybody asked.
A minor. Yes.
So
I stroll over to him.
Actually, Pete, you probably know his name, Pete, because he's probably been here before. His name's Jacob Bayer.
Okay. Jacob
And
Bayer.
yeah, he's been in a little bit over the last couple of weeks. So and seems to be doing well. His claim seems to be making him a bit of money.
I go over and mosey over to Mr. Bayer and go, I hear you're overheard your conversation, having some problems with a guy called Gardner.
He's a thief, Sheriff. You should arrest him straight away.
Well, I think we might see how valid his claim is. Obviously, we know you've been around here and doing well, so we can't have people muscling in on people.
He's a fraudster and a thief, and he's just into town, and he must have heard me being in here or one of the other saloons going on about how well my claim was doing, and he's decided to come and strong arm it off me for himself. If this town's ever going to get anywhere, Sheriff, this is the kind of person you need to grab by the balls and run him out of town away.
Well, we should definitely see what's going on and make sure the right person's got the right claim. How far out is your claim from town? I don't doubt you have.
It's only about a mile. It's not far. It's about a mile upstream.
What time of day is it now?
It's early evening.
Okay, so we'll probably need to do a trip out there first thing in the morning.
Yes.
You come by the sheriff's office, Mr. Bear. We'll head out there and we'll have a look and get this sorted out for you.
Might help if
That
you bring your
sounds great.
paper.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Paper is mighty.
Yep,
I've got my
bring your
paper.
paper.
It's in
All your documents.
It's in my pocket. I didn't leave that anywhere. I'm not leaving that for that bastard gardener to find.
Lafina is listening while she's playing cards. Can she do an insight check?
What are you trying to glean?
If I think if there's like anything else going on with my background as like a grifter. Like,
Okay,
is it straight?
That's absolutely. Go ahead.
Worth a shot. Okay. Let's see. I have a cunning of 3 and insight of 2. So that's 5 triple dice.
5 dice.
I got 2 6s and 2 1s and a 5.
Good.
Okay, so unless you're going to push, then
Nope.
those
I'm good.
1s on the trouble dice don't matter. Cool. Now you think this guy thinks he's in the right completely and utterly. He seems completely convinced and is looking very genuinely aggrieved at what he sees as the injustice that's trying to be done to him.
Okay.
Okay.
Back to my
At this
cards.
point, the door to the door to the saloon opens again with a bit of a rush, and a couple of men come in. Make a roll to see if it damages your door. And a couple of men come in again in a bit of a rush. And one of them sees Bayer at the bar and immediately points at him and shouts, "You don't threaten any of my men, Bayer. You're going to pay for that." And this causes a bit of a... this place is quite loud, but this guy is shouted at the top of his voice, and he's got a booming voice. And suddenly, there's a bit of hush across the saloon as Bayer turns and just says, "You bastard gardener, you're a thief. I got the sheriff here. He's on my side. He knows the right of it." And he slaps you on the shoulder, Simon, and says, "Isn't that right, Sheriff? You know the truth. You're on my side. You're going to run this man out of town."
I've heard your side of the story. Now I need to hear Mr. Gardner's side and see his claim to land and just work out who's who and who has the rightful claim to it.
I bet he also has a piece of paper.
And you, Mr. Gardner,
"I do.
don't threaten anybody in my bar."
Okay,
you're going to threaten someone, take this outside.
Oh, actually,
what roll, sorry?
I think that's a presence roll. I think that's presence because you're trying to intimidate him down a bit, aren't you?
A little, I suppose. Well,
Nope.
Yeah, you're not being nice about it, which would have been performing. So you're being a bit sharp.
Yeah.
And this will be an opposed roll. So, what did he get, Pete?
1 success.
Okay. Before I tell you my result, did you wish to push that or not?
Yeah, go on. Okay, nothing extra.
Okay. Gardner isn't in the slightest bit intimidated by you. And he says, "Shut up, barman, not your fight. Bayer, if you run to the law, you know you were in the wrong. This guy's probably in your pocket with all that gold that you've been stealing off my claim. It's a bloody outrage, and you're going to pay for it."
I'm in no one's pocket. You mind your tongue in here. I'm going to step
this
towards
town's
him
got
in
no law
between.
of any.
Well, things have changed around here now. As I step towards him and in the line of in between Bayer and Gardner, and I walk up to him and say, "Let me see your claim."
Okay. He's like, yeah, you must be in his pocket. Do you want to make a presence
I'm in no one's
roll,
pocket.
Simon?
I've seen his claim. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Presents.
What's the mood in the bar?
Oh, people are enjoying the show. Basically.
I've got no successes.
A bit of trepidation, but okay. Did you want to push that, Simon?
God, I suppose I should. What do I do for pushing?
So on your any ones on your trouble dice are going to be trouble. So if you've got any ones on your trouble dice, you either have to keep them,
that's it.
or spend a point of faith to buy it off, in which case you get to roll it again. Or you can just run the risk and take the trouble, which would then roll after you'd finished your
so how many
your skill roll.
trouble dice should I be rolling with? Sorry.
5.
Right.
So of your pool, 5 of them will be trouble dice. If your pool is 5 dice or fewer, they will all be trouble dice.
Gotcha. Okay, so I rolled 5. Let me. I will add
Did
one.
you have any
so
ones?
Yeah.
Because they would all have been trouble.
Brilliant. Just
One is on the floor.
Yeah, you can hear that.
Doesn't count if it's on the floor, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I rolled no one, but I got no successes again, so I failed.
Right. Okay. So I think at the moment, Simon, in the town, you are new.
Yes.
You've met a few people, but you don't have a sense yet that the townsfolk are with you or are behind you. So you're trying to bring law and order to this town, but it's difficult when I think most in the town either think you won't last, like the last sheriff, or think that you're going to be in somebody's pocket. So when Gardner just looks you in the eye and says, "What you going to do about it, lawman?"
Well, if you want your claim, you need to show me your paper. It is your claim.
Well, you don't get to judge the claim. You're a sheriff, and the claim is mine. I bought that claim fair and square.
So you can prove it then. So it should be no problem you proving it for me and everyone else in the saloon.
Well, I don't need to prove it to you.
So it
I
isn't
just
your
need that
claim,
man over there to get off my claim. It is my claim, but you're a sheriff. Why do I need to prove it to you?
Because I'm enforcing the claims in this town now.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. So I think to convince him of that, you'd either need to make a presence or a performing roll, your choice of how you want to try and convince him.
It's going to be presence. So
can I support him by standing behind him and looking mean?
Yes, I think you can. So Simon, you can get an extra die of help from Koa, who has basically loyally stepped up from the bar and stood behind you to act as like, I don't know, muscle. So, do you look like muscle, Koa?
He's got a big tattoo, so that'll be impressive.
Okay.
And glaring eyes and very, he's quite short, I reckon, but he's quite, agile and definitely looks a bit odd for people.
Stick your tongue out.
Okay.
My fabulous teeth.
Ones and the fighting dice are always a problem, not just when you push.
No.
No, when you roll trouble dice,
only when you push.
If you get a 1 on it and you don't push, it doesn't matter. It only becomes active when you push. Yeah.
Okay. So fine. Well, brilliant. I haven't passed anything again. I'm pretty used to sheriff.
Push your roll. Push your roll.
Do it.
We can at least then have a shootout. I've got one pass. No failures.
One success.
One success.
Okay, well, he got no successes on that one. And so when you say that with enough feeling and intent that you can see like a questioning look in his eye. And he says, well, that'll be the first time I've heard a sheriff fulfilling the role of a judge. But seeing we ain't got no judge here, then maybe you're the next best thing. Okay. And he reaches inside his jacket and he doesn't draw a gun. He brings out a bit of paper and he says, here's my claim. Look, all official like. And he doesn't let you take it, but he holds it up so you can look at it.
May I have a look?
Yeah, you can look at it there. You can look at it there. You don't need to touch it. You can read. You can read. You can read. You can read, can't you, Sheriff?
Yes. How close is he holding it to my face? Can I read it?
It's close enough for you to read. Yeah.
So
what's your docility?
4.
4. Yeah, you can read. You can read certainly enough to at least make out what's on the document. Yeah.
Okay. Does it look genuine?
Make an insight roll. I think. Yeah, just make a straight up insight roll. I think that's fine.
It would be interesting to see who signed it.
1 success.
Yeah. Okay. As far as you can tell, it looks as official. Isn't it like some illiterate monkey has written it? It's written. It looks nice. It's it's a bit crumpled now because it's been in his pocket for a couple of days. But yeah, it says in Galese language, which I won't try and recreate, but somehow hereby commend the claim of such and such to the ownership of me, Gardner, who on this day of, and the date was a couple of days ago, secured said claim with appropriate recompense or something like that. At the bottom,
who signed it?
As Frank very astutely noted, there is a name, P. Crow. There's an initial of P and the surname of Crow with an E.
Well, it looks like a genuine claim. I wonder if I could just take this and compare it to Mr. Byers, because he's also got what looks like a genuine claim as well, Mr. Gardner.
Well, you'll understand my reticence for keeping this in my possession, Sheriff.
Absolutely, you can come and look as well. I will not want to take that off you, but if you come over, I want to compare these 2 documents, because as far as I can see, we've got 2 valid claims for the same plot. We need to see why this has happened.
When you say that, Bayer says, that's not a valid claim. That's it's a forgery at best. He's a thief and a liar, and he wants my claim because it's good claim and it's mine.
Mr. Bayer, calm down. We'll sort this out.
He says, I'm not going to calm down when my livelihood and my future prosperity is going to be taken away by this thieving bastard.
Well, we need to sort this out. Let's have another look at your claim here and compare it with his.
He's quite drunk at the moment, and he's very angry. So again, I think you probably need a performing role to try and calm him down and get him to do that.
May I
think you
help
can get
with that at least?
You certainly may, yes. You can get dice of help. Koa, if you've got performing, you can offer help. Well, I think you're trying to persuade him rather than intimidate him, aren't you? Yeah. So I think
I'll just put a hand on his shoulder and
I got one pass.
Okay, before I reveal my result, did you want to push that?
No.
You don't have to?
Oh.
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm pushing.
Okay. He's not entirely convinced, but he does calm down a little bit. But he's still like, I know that his claim is fake because mine's the right one. I've had it for 2 weeks. I paid good money for this claim, and I'm not gonna.
I believe yours is real, but his looks real as well. We just need to compare them where you both got them from, and then we can solve this one amicably, which suits both of you.
Well, the only amicable solution that suits me is that this guy gets told to get away and leave my claim alone.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. That's what your preferred outcome. But let's just have a look. We could all be solved very quickly without you going on if I could just look at both your claims together.
Okay, he begins to relent, and he takes out a very battered and quite wet and not very, very badly used paper. It's on it as run because it got wet.
Yeah.
But it does look very similar to the one that Gardner showed you.
I want to find if there's a dry bit of the bar and kind of put them down next to each other with Bar and Gardner next to us.
So Gardner hasn't given you his one. He's still holding on to it.
That's fine. You just put it on the bar next to it. Doesn't need to give it to me. That's fine.
Avoid the whiskey puddle.
Does the second piece of paper also have the name of P. Crow on the bottom?
It does, yes.
Okay.
Right.
Do we know a P. Crow?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Mr. Gardner, where did you see this
name?
Gondo?
So I think you've heard the name Crow. I think Jed has probably with him quite a lot. He's a good card player. He does quite well, even though the deck is stacked against him. You know, I think you would know. So Jed would know. He's currently living and working out of the Stanislaus Hotel, which, if I bring up the map again, we can have a little look. Where are we? We're there. You put the map up. There we go. So the Stanislaus Hotel is number 3. It's on the southwestern part of the town. Let's say it's a big hotel run by a guy called this is where Francisco Frank Green operates. He's a tough guy. He's got a reputation in the town for taking no crap and for being a dangerous man. But he runs the Stanislaus Hotel.
So it's just up the street because we're at location 14.
Yep.
What does this P. Crow do, as far as we know?
You probably know he's a claim seller. He has been selling claims.
Where does he get his claims from? Does he just stake them out and then sell them?
So you assume that would be the case. I guess you probably don't know if you haven't investigated, but that would be fairly standard practice. He's not here alone. He does have a number of people here with him. But yeah, it seems if anybody comes into town and says, I need to get myself a claim, then people say, go and see old Crow.
Okay. We could be an accidental double sell.
It could be, but I somewhat doubt it.
Mm. Somehow I doubt that too.
Yeah. I think we need to go. When did I go back to Mr. Gardner? When did you bought this 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Mr. Crow sold you one claim that's already been claimed. As we know, Bayer has been here for a couple of weeks, but you've just got here with the same claim. I'm not disputing that you've paid good money for it and you deserve it, but it looks like that claim is.
Well, that ain't my problem. This claim is mine. I bought it straight up, fair, square, legitimately.
Unfortunately, it is your problem.
Well, it's Bayer's problem because it's my claim, and I'm gonna stand behind my claim. And Bayer's like, "Yeah, bastard," and Bayer tries to punch him because I think they stood either side of you, Simon, and now Bayer has leapt across to try and swing a punch at him. I'll make a roll for him. So he's quite drunk, but he does connect. He manages to catch him on the chin, and. Yeah, I think it's such a surprise that Gardner falls on his ass.
Okay.
Now, the guy with Gardner, his hand immediately goes for his gun, but he doesn't draw it. And Gardner is furious.
Okay.
Can I interfere there and hold him away or keep them separate?
Well, I'm thinking the one thing I've failed to do is bring my initiative cards up here, but I should find some because I think we should probably just pop into initiative and play this out. Here we go. I've got 4 decks of cards here, but they're all blank ones that I've been using for other games I've been designing, so that doesn't get a help. Okay, bear with me.
I've got some here if you want me to.
What if we rolled? What if we rolled move and however many successes is our initiative?
I've got some here.
Yeah.
Of course, Jet has got his cards as well.
Yes.
Okay, that's really annoying. Okay, well, they're all downstairs, but I won't run off and get them.
Got a big hand here.
These are my Old West themed cards.
Okay, Jed, did you want to? I'll just stop sharing the screen. Cool. Right then. Okay. So, Jed, if you would do us the honour, of drawing cards.
Okay.
And if you would like to do Simon's first, please.
Simon's. Of course, you can't see it. It is 9 of spades.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and then six clubs.
6 clubs.
Cool. Yeah. Pete.
Pete's Jack of Hearts.
That's the Jack.
Of course.
And Jed, yours.
Mine is 10 of clubs.
Okay, and now we need one for Bauer. Or Bayer.
4 of hearts.
That's a 4. And one for Gardner.
8 of hearts.
8 of hearts. Okay, so Jed, you get... No, Pete. You get to act first with the Jed.
Okay, so
you've seen Bayer drunkenly sort of push across the bar, punch, and Gardner... It wasn't a big hit, hasn't done a lot of damage, but Gardner's gone down on his ass. And
have we got a card for Gardner's man as well?
Gardner's man hasn't got a card.
He'll go on the same as Gardner.
Okay. Seeing that he's going for his gun, I'm going to reach for my shotgun.
He hasn't drawn it.
Okay, I'm going to go for my shotgun under the bar and pull it out so everyone can see it. We're not fighting in my bar. Now, if everybody could calm down, that would be fantastic. And we can all sort this in an amenable manner that suits everyone.
Okay, Simon. your action.
I am
Oh,
going
no, Jed,
to.
sorry, your action.
Sorry.
You're next.
Okay.
Sorry, Simon. Sorry,
Delphina's going to
next.
put her cards down with her left hand, and with her right hand, she's going to draw her Derringer under the table.
All frozen again momentarily. My stupid computer.
Could I? Sorry, could I make a
lost about 10
presence roll for
seconds
what I
again.
did?
Jed, if you could.
Let's see. We've got a message about a presence roll for Pete first.
Hey, Pete.
Do I get any help from the fact I'm holding a shotgun?
Yeah, okay. I'll give you a +1 dice.
Okay, that's one success.
So yeah, your shout has had an effect, and your pulling the gun has had an effect, but they're kind of in the bit at the moment. So Jed, Jed, your action.
Okay, so my action was I was going to put my cards down with my left hand, and with my right hand draw my Derringer. And
yeah, you could do that.
hold
so
action.
Drawing your Derringer would be your fast action, and that would leave you with a slow action.
And then wait and see was really my intention. So as the situation seems to be escalating rapidly.
Okay, did you want to go into Overwatch? And in which
yes,
in that case, what would your Overwatch be?
I think Gardner seems like he is furious on the floor, and so my Overwatch is if he goes for his gun to shoot, then I'm going to try to shoot him from under the table.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Simon, your action.
I am going to grapple Bayer, bit of fisticuffs with him, and arrest him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. He will try and resist your grapple, but he is a bit drunk.
So, is that a fighting roll? Is it?
Yes. So it's a fighting roll to get him in a grapple, and once you're in a grapple, it becomes a labor roll because it's kind of strength against strength to hold people.
Okay. I have one success.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, he's a bit drunk. You've managed to get him into a grapple. So the next action is Gardner. So Gardner gets up and he's seen your gun, Pete. How reckless is he? Let's have a look. Okay. He is furious. He is actually probably more furious about the people laughing at him being knocked over than anything else. Simon, you've grabbed and grappled Bayer. So I think Gardner's going to punch him while you've got him held.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Gardner's got 3 successes on his punch.
Oh dear.
So that's going to do. It's only going to do 3 points of damage, but he's made a bit of a mess of Bayer's face. Gardner's man is just leaving his hand on his gun. He's not drawing it or anything. He's obviously waiting to see what Gardner does. He's kind of he smiles when he sees what happens to Bayer's face. Bayer is going to try and break your hold, Simon, on his action. So again, you get to make a labor roll this time. but he's also lost a point grit.
I have 1 success.
Yeah, so he can't break out from your hold. Okay, that's the end of that round. Can we do the cards again, please, Jed?
Can I have a go?
Yeah.
Frank's turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
Frank's
sorry,
turn.
Frank. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Frank. My bad. My bad. Yes,
I
you
would
may
try
have a
to
go,
step
Frank.
in.
I'm not.
I would try to step in front of Gardner to try and block him from doing this again and say, "Oi, keep away from him." Let the sheriff deal with it, something like that.
Yep.
So I'm physically trying to get between them.
Okay, so so it's not really a grapple, but you're sort of using your fighting to
Fighting or
keep him
move
at arm's
doesn't.
length,
Move is
effectively.
slightly better, but yeah.
Or is it like a presence move to try to?
Oh, presence. Yeah. Do you want me to roll for something?
So a
Just
presence
say
would
what?
be to intimidate it. I think that's
No,
probably fighting because
Okay.
he's
slightly
going to carry on
better for me.
punching this guy, and you're getting in his way, stopping him.
1
doing
success and
that.
1 cow.
It's not posed. But... Okay.
Okay.
So that's fine. So he's used all his actions this round, so he doesn't. You're kind of just. He's windmilling in, trying to, and you're just to sort of get in and give him a shove back a couple of feet.
That's all.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Jed, if you could do the honors with the cards again, please. First one for Simon.
Simon. Jack of clubs.
That is. Okay, Frank. Next one for Frank, please.
King of diamonds.
Cool.
King. Okay. Next one for Pete, please.
4 of hearts.
It's 4 hearts. Next one for yourself.
10 of clubs.
Ooh. 10 of clubs. The next one for
Jack of diamonds.
well, that's a Jack of diamonds. And the last one for Gardner.
Queen of hearts.
Queen of hearts. Okay. So Simon, you're back. What suit was that?
Clubs.
Clubs. Okay, goes first. Oh no, Frank's first with his king. Gardner still has a very, very angry look in his eye.
Has he left his claim on the bar? Because his was lying on the bar, wasn't it?
So I guess he had his hand on it, but in the ruckus, I think his claim is still bar. Yeah.
I might just say, don't you want to pick up your piece of paper?
Okay.
Trying to shift his priorities.
Yep. Make a performing roll, but I think because this bit of paper is so important to him, you can have +3 dice.
Okay, +3.
You're trying to persuade him now, aren't you? Because you're not intimidating
I
him.
need to work out how to do this with a bonus. Right click tomorrow. Okay, because I'm rolling on Foundry. Right, there we go. Bonus dice. Oh dear. With all those dice, I haven't got one, but I've got one trouble. I'm going to buy off the trouble and try again.
Okay.
And then push. Oh, that's better. 2 successes.
2 successes.
And 2 trouble.
Okay. He is. And 2 trouble. Okay.
Yeah. Is that
So,
mental
did you
social, I
want to
guess,
buy-
right?
Yeah. Did you want to buy any more of that trouble off with?
No, I want to see what happens.
How many do you have? Okay. So roll a d6 and we'll look at the second column.
Second column, and it is a 1.
A 1. Your confidence is badly shaken. You suffer 1 point of vexes or doubts. I think you'd suffer a point of doubts for this.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
as you do that, even though you've been quite persuasive, you do get you see the look in his eye, and the look in his eye says murder. You can see this is a man who would be willing to kill for what he's standing up for. but you make a point, and it kind of gets through to him, and he can see that his claim is 5 feet away and not in his hand. He goes next. He's on a queen. So he says to you, Koa, stand out of my way so I can get my claim back.
I'm pointing to the side because I'm not between him and the claim. I'm between him and Gardner.
Okay. So he
other guy.
He goes up.
Baya.
Okay. He reaches out and grabs his claim, and that's his action. He folds it up, and that's his action. His guy is still there. Hand is still on his gun, but he hasn't drawn it. That brings us to Baya. So Baya is still in your grip, Simon. He is increasingly angry, and there is a lot of blood going down his face, probably from a broken nose or something similar. So again, he's trying to break out from your hold. So labor roll. But he is quite drunk and quite hurt.
1 success.
Yeah, that's enough to hold him. He's struggling, but you can tell he's had a lot to drink, and he's obviously quite tired. So he's not being very successful. So Simon, it becomes your goes with Jack of Clubs.
I am now going to frog march Baya out of the saloon, saying, "Calm down, Gardner. No need for this. This guy's going to jail." I'm going to frog march him out of the saloon, bash his head through the doors.
Yep.
Just,
My doors again.
secretly hoping that one of them's going to fall off, and then march him off down to the.
I'm not going to make. Right, I'm not going to make you make a roll for holding on to him, because I think even though on a bit, he's a bit battered now. I am going to make a presence roll to see how impressive this is as you leave the bar with your suspect. I like that. Pete's doors are going to be a running gag from now on.
You leave my doors alone.
No successes.
Okay, so you managed to drop. Very impressive. He's not going to break your hold, but you could have had a really momentary, but nah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So Jed becomes your action.
Yes. So it seems like a crisis has been averted.
It does seem that. So Gardner is watching as they're leaving. I mean, he's had his action this round, but
can I do another insight roll into Gardner? Like, is he? Can I assess what's going on? Like, can I assess Gardner? Because I haven't really. Do I even know Gardner? Is this like?
Probably not. No, you might have seen him passing in the street, but he hasn't been in town very long.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think like my main action would be I'm probably going to reholster the Derringer without ideally anybody noticing that it was ever out. But then
okay, I will make you make a light fingered roll to holster your Derringer without anyone noticing.
So I've got I have 1 success.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, I think you can surreptitiously slide it back into whatever place you've had it hidden. One doesn't. Yeah, I won't say that. That's inappropriate. Cool. Okay, and then Pete on 4s. It's your action.
Okay. It is Bayer's. Is it Bayer?
Yep.
Is his claim
Yes, it is
still
Bayer.
on the bar?
It is, yes.
I am going to take it.
Were those claims dated?
I think you would have noticed the Bayer's claim is dated a couple of weeks ago, and Gardner's claim was dated a couple of days ago. But yeah, Pete, I think you will see this. I think you see when you do that, Gardner very disappointed because he'd seen it and was hoping to swipe it off the counter.
Precisely why I did it.
Before anybody else saw it, but with you taking it, he looks a bit angry about it.
And in the process of doing that, I'm going to tell him to leave my bar.
Yeah, he was planning on doing that anyway. So he just dusts himself off, wipes a bit of, where he got punched. Gives you a look that is evil is the wrong word, but it's a look that is menacing. Pete, and he walks out, and his man follows him.
All right, fine by me.
And I think what they do, Simon, as you're going down the street, taking. Let's just pop up the map again, just so people can locate where the sheriff's office. So, Matthew, if you're there, you could share that when you get a moment break. But Gardner is followed at a distance, but I think he's just making sure that you are taking him to jail. So the sheriff's office is number 4, so it's just down the main. It's probably
just before the hotel,
maybe 300 feet down the road, not far from the hotel. Yeah. And I think when you get there, you can find Deputy Kane McCabe is there, who is a character that might appear in another game, another session. But I think he can then take the prisoner, lock him up in the cell, and keep an eye on him overnight.
Just as well I fixed the lock earlier today.
As you're going,
yes,
the roof. As you're walking down there, Bayer is going on about my claim. Where's my claim? Don't let Gardner take my claim. Where's my claim?
Okay, I'm going to walk out and head back to the saloon.
Yeah. Okay. You do. I mean, as you walk out, you do see Gardner and his man just not far away, keeping an eye on the sheriff's office. Not being aggressive or angry or anything now, just watching.
I'm going to stop at the porch and look at them.
Yeah. Gardner sees you looking at him, and is entirely. He's not trying to hide anything, and he just tips his hat when he sees you looking, but not in a friendly way at all.
Right. I'm going to give him
a very unfriendly way.
I'm going to give him a nod in a completely affable way, like
right. Okay.
And then I'm going to go back to the saloon.
Okay, you go back to the saloon. What's everybody else doing? I'm just stopping sharing there. Cool.
Okay. I'm keeping the claim safe. Sorry.
Yep. I was just saying the bar is going back to how it was. The little bit of excitement has got people. Gave them some entertainment for a moment, and people are still kind of laughing at being knocked on his ass. But otherwise, the place goes back to its merry, reasonably friendly self for this evening. which is unusual because you get quite a lot of trouble usually.
What do I know about Old Crow? Like, would I have the impression that he would be selling 2 claims based on having played cards with him on multiple occasions?
He's a bit of a shifty character. I think, as a grifter yourself, you can recognize a kindred spirit in the sense of someone who would make money in whatever way they thought they could get away with.
Game recognizes game.
You don't get a sense that he's you don't get a sense that he's like a killer. He obviously carries a gun, everyone does. But he's not the kind of guy that goes around threatening people in that kind of way, that kind of machismo kind of alpha male kind of way that most of the men in the town do.
Okay. And the sheriff has returned?
Yep, I think the sheriff has returned, unless Koa or McPherson want to do anything. The sheriff is going to be away about 15 minutes, I guess.
I'm going to go back to serving drinks as I was before the whole ruckus started. Maybe clean up some of the blood or whatever, do some clean up.
I probably have actually gone with the sheriff.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Yes, so you're all back. You're all back into the good fortune saloon.
Okay. When the sheriff gets back to the saloon, I am going to hand him the claim.
Okay.
Thanks, McPherson. Well done. I fold up the claim and put it in my pocket, and I think I'm going to say, does anyone know this Crow fellow? I think we're going to have to visit him tomorrow morning and see what he's up to.
I'll come up to the sheriff and kind of lay a hand on his shoulder and say, Sheriff, I know him. He is what you say, something of a shifty character.
Ah, an undesirable. I think we've got a few of them in this town at the moment, unfortunately.
Oh, yes.
Is he likely to be a person who would sell duplicate claims and things?
I wouldn't put it past him. But I've not heard of him doing anything like that before.
Okay.
I would think, though, he might make an expeditious retreat if he thought how you gringos say the jig is up.
Okay. Maybe we need to move sooner than leaving it in the morning then. Okay. What sort of time is it now, Dave?
It's probably 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the evening.
So he won't be in bed yet. Okay.
Yeah, maybe 9.
Might not even be dark yet.
Close enough look at the claims, but can we be sure it's actually for the same claim? It's a number, a description, location.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, well.
So I think in looking at them, the claim description was the same on both documents.
Okay. So that's not a mistake or false interpretation.
So this guy's in the Stanislaw Hotel. So...
Francesco's place.
What is that? Oh, it's just down past the sheriff's office. It's not that far.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I better go and pay our Mr. Crow a visit then. Hope he's in the hotel. Does it have a bar in the hotel?
Oh,
no,
yes,
we can go straight
absolutely.
to Crow.
Well,
I can point him out to you.
Oh, that'd be excellent. Thank you.
Is there anyone I can leave in charge of the saloon whilst I'm out? I'm assuming I have
sure.
like
You've got
a
a couple of members of
working
the
for
staff.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we can. That's fine. We can assume that.
Okay, if you don't mind accompanying us, I might need some help on this, or keep an eye out at least.
I just have a bad feeling that Gardner is throwing him out of the window in a minute.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah. So you're all heading off down to the Stanislas Hotel. Yeah. Okay. As you're walking along the street again, the town is busy in the evening because the actual local area, the gold finds are quite good. So there's quite a lot of money in town, and business is brisk, particularly for the establishments of the night, as well as general stores and the like. So it's quite busy. There's plenty of people around, and you get to the hotel, and the hotel itself is busy as well. It's kind of the premier hotel in town. It's still a bit scuzzy and seedy, but it's compared to everything else, it's a little. It's generally seen to be a cut above. The Mexicans would argue that the Mala Vida Saloon and the Hotel del Coronado on the Mexican side of the town are actually much better, but not everybody would agree. It's not a premier inn.
You said pretty much.
Here's me trying to build a bit of atmosphere, and here you go and do that.
That's why I don't say it. It's just in the chat. You'd mention
GM's
it.
life. Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. Anyway, you have to words as a GM, don't you? So you get down to the Stanislas Hotel, and it's quite busy. But there's a bar. There are tables where the cards are being played. It even has a roulette table, which is currently being played as well. And there's one side as well. There's a few tables where people are eating food and getting some dinner. And yeah, Jay, you can see Mr. Crow sitting on the far side. He's sitting at one of the dining tables, just drinking some whiskey with four other men, looking relaxed, and
All right,
happy with himself.
Tap the sheriff on the shoulder, and then one gloved hand, I kind of discreetly point him out.
Okay. Thank you, Serafina. And I'm going to walk over to Mr. Crow. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Yeah, you can hear me. Good. We've just got a bit of a longer delay. Right. Yes. So he looks up and he sees you, and he is Sheriff Thomas. Pleasure to see you.
Mr. Crow, how are you?
How can I help you? I'm very well indeed. As are my associates. As is everybody. Isn't everybody well in such a town of such glorious opportunity where everyone is making money hand over fist, and we're all gonna die rich men?
Yes,
it's a wonderful place.
I think some people are, aren't they? And I'm going to pull out the buyer's claim out of my pocket, unfold it, and kind of show it to him.
Yeah, he looks at it and he says, "Yes, what?
Mr. Gardner's not a happy man with you at the moment."
Mr. Gardner, I don't. Mr. Gardner
sold him a claim.
I'm sorry, I deal with so many people. Who's Mr. Gardner?
I sold him many a claim claims 2 days ago.
To lots of. I take your word for it. I could check my records, but yeah, I don't deny. I don't distrust your word, Sheriff. You're a sheriff after all.
To the same plot, it was. As the one you've already sold
to the same plot,
Mr. Buyer, as I've got evidence here.
Oh, I very much doubt that. That would be, that wouldn't be like me. I'm very meticulous in my business.
Well, excellent. Then you'll be keeping meticulous records, and I'd quite like to go and see those now, if we may.
Well, now, I mean, it's late of an evening.
Now
I shall be retiring to bed soon.
You probably have them in your pockets, don't you?
Make a presence roll,
Oh,
Simon. You can have an extra die of help from Frank if he's got presents.
have a good presents? Nah, don't.
I have presents. May I help?
You may. Yep, you're all there. Yep.
I'm performing.
I have got one success. I can only get one success, but I've got one.
You can only get one.
I've only ever rolled one success so far.
You must have more. Oh, right, I see. Okay. Because consistent though, that's cool.
Yes, that is true.
He's not kind of impressed by your to sort of strong arm him, and he says, "Look, it's late in the day. I've had plenty of whiskey and drink. Come back tomorrow morning, Sheriff. Proper business in the proper time. It's too late for doing business now."
No, now.
Sit down and have a whiskey. Come on. Everyone is relaxing at this time of day. We don't do business.
Look, we've just had a fight break out in my saloon. Now, you are a man of business as I am a man of business. Now, I'm sure that you haven't made some sort of administrative error. However, it is imperative we see these documents right away, sir. So if you could kindly go and show us these records, we would be most appreciative.
Smooth talker.
Yes, I'm frozen again. I'm afraid. I'm very sorry to. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. If you hear me, I've kind of lost you for about 20 there.
Do you want to try without your camera?
Such a nice speech as well.
I've got to say it again, don't I? That's fine. I'll say it again. Sir, you are a man of business as I am a man of business. And over this issue, a fight broke out in my saloon. Now, that isn't very good for business, as I'm sure you are aware. He's completely gone now.
He's completely gone.
I'm still here.
I'm
still here.
Oh, you're still there. You're still there. Okay. You are a man of business as I am a man of business. Now, I'm sure that you haven't made some sort of an administrative error, and this isn't your fault. So, if you could show us these records right away, that would be absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to roll a performance check to try and persuade him.
Okay, can people hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can, yes.
And see you.
Okay.
You're not moving.
Okay. I did turn. Okay. I'll turn my camera off again. Yeah. Okay. Most important, if you can hear me or not. I wasn't even on the screen there, so I didn't even know if you could hear me. Okay. So, Pete, you certainly can make a performing role after that little speech.
Do I get any bonuses? Anyone want to help me?
I can try to help.
If anybody's got performing, they can give you a bonus die.
I can't.
I have it.
Okay. That is 2 successes.
Okay, did you want to push or not?
Before
I reveal my
trouble if I
results.
do. I've got 1 trouble if I do push. Yeah, go on. That is 3 successes, but a trouble.
Okay, let's roll. So just 1 trouble. So roll the d6 for the trouble. Let's see what comes out.
Come on, 1. That is a 2.
Okay, you get tongue-tied and kind of lose your thread. So you sort of lose your next action, but you still deliver your speech. But you kind of, it's like when you know you should stop, but you just run on a bit longer and lose a little bit of the thread. Crow is just looking at you, and his eyes are go from jovial to like flinty steel, and the man next to him stands up and says, "You gentlemen have disturbed Mr. Crow for long enough for one evening. You heard what he said. He will do business with you in the morning. Now, if you'd be so kind, I'd like you to leave." And this guy's big, he's tough, he's carrying a lot of guns.
I'm going to say, no, we need to see these books now, and I'll put my hand on my gun.
He puts his hand on his gun, and all the other men around the table, you can tell them they're all putting their back and revealing their holsters. The tension in the room just escalates. Make a presence roll, Simon, but this is going to be quite a tough one.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
No.
Okay.
I might as well push, but I'm not getting anything.
Okay. Obviously, remember to take 1 faith off each time.
Yeah, so I've got 2 successes and a trouble.
Okay, so roll the trouble. That's a d6.
1.
Okay. You've upset someone with your words or actions. They react badly towards you, laugh at you, or show you no respect. Suffer a -1 penalty to your next roll when dealing with this person. So the guy who you are now standing and facing off, he got 3 successes, and he laughs in your face, and he says, "I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Sheriff, that you've got your hard of hearing, but I think you need to leave now and come back tomorrow when Mr. Crow has generously offered his valuable time. He's not going to speak to you, so leave." And he looks you square in the eye.
Okay. How many of them are there?
If you want to draw, there's Mr. Crow plus 4. So Simon, if you wanted to draw on him, we could go into the dueling rules, because you're both looking at each other's eye. You haven't drawn your gun yet.
Do it.
Okay, go on.
Okay, now I'm gonna suggest something. So because my internet is so shit, and it's now nearly 10:10, do we want to pause there and start the next episode in 2 weeks' time, hopefully with my internet working properly, or whatever system we need to do it, and we start with Simon's duel with this man who, for your information, some of you might have come across him. His name is Barrett Carter.
The Barrett Carter?
Well, in San Miguel, he's the Barrett Carter. Is there another Barrett Carter?
I don't know. It's twin brother.
I did write down a lot of names from the Cincinnati Bengals roster today, so if he's a Bengals player, then you'll know why.
Yes.
But yeah, so I think whilst we're struggling with the internet so badly, this is going to be a superb moment. I wouldn't want my internet to spoil it.
Yeah.
So
at this crucial moment, as their hands go for their guns, everything freezes, and it's not the internet. It's just because it's a cliffhanger.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Exactly. If everyone's happy with that, if that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Superb. Yeah, excellent. I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, I'm very sorry for how bad my internet has been. I don't know if it's my internet or my computer or a combination of both or the restream. We will endeavor to fix it one way or t'other before next time. Yeah, and thank you all so much. I don't know if Matthew, our producer, is still there to turn us off when it comes to it, but for those watching, thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you found it fun, and tune in 2 weeks' time to see whether Sheriff Thomas's tenure as Sheriff of San Miguel is even shorter than his predecessors.